UFC 307 has been announced. Let's talk about it.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
Very solid card by the UFC, in my opinion. There are some really fun fights on here. Some really high title implication fights on this card. Some fun fights too. So let's go ahead and start at the bottom as Tapology has it ranked. And we got Mr. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson taking on Hakeem Buckley. Banger. Buckley gets himself a 170-pounder that has a name to him. That has a really good base style for him to fight, in my opinion. And he got the wrestling advantage. Striking advantage is yet to be seen. And I can't wait to see how that exchange goes the first time they meet in the middle of the octagon. If I had to pick right now, I'll probably be leaning towards Buckley, in my opinion. But this fight should be extremely interesting to watch. After that, we have Mr. Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland has an opponent change. It was supposed to be Chris Curtis on this card, but Roman Dolidze is coming off a 205-pound win over Anthony Smith. Fun fight at 185. I don't know really much what it does besides having a really fun fight on it. Kevin Holland is coming off that win over Michael Olajic. That win over Michael Olajic by first-round submissions, which is really surprising and impressive by Kevin Holland. Another fun fight on the card. You also got the Cookie Monster, Carla Esparza, taking on Tisha Pennington, which women's MMA fight, former champion fighting. Solid scrap, in my opinion. I'll probably take Carla Esparza by heavily wrestling decision. After that, we have the man that seems to be getting fed to all the upcoming prospects, and Mr. Iho Porteria taking on Cesar Almeida. Iho Porteria has had a rough run in the UFC, only going 1-3 in his last 4. While the ultra-talented kickboxer Cesar Almeida is coming off of that loss to Roman Kopylov, where he was very heavily wrestled. So I would imagine Iho Porteria has the same game plan that Roman Kopylov had, but that is yet to be seen. I am taking Cesar Almeida by a brutal knockout in that fight. And we have a Maria Rodriguez versus this lady right here. I don't know who that is, plainly honest. Call me a casual if you want to. But I think the boxing of Maria Rodriguez is very high level compared to a lot of girls in MMA. Now, unless she's a wrestler, she might have a very good chance. But stand up, I think Maria Rodriguez is kind of high level to a lot of these girls in this division. Now to the good part of the card, we have the main card opener. We have Kayla Harrison versus Ketlin Vieira. This is a banger of a fight. Kayla Harrison on the card at any term, any place on the card is a must watch. She dominates girls. She goes through them like butter. And I can't wait to see her earn her title shot at UFC 307 by getting another stoppage win in this fight. Following that fight, we have Mr. Jose Aldo, the King of Rio himself, versus Mario Batista. Banger of a fight. I don't know why it's happening, if I'm being completely honest. If Jose Aldo's back for good, he should be fighting some top tier competitors in the 135-pound weight class, in my opinion. Now, if Jose Aldo's back just to have some fun fights, then albeit, but I would like to see what his career path looks like going forward. And I don't think Mario Batista does a lot for his resume, in my opinion. And we have my fight of the night. This is either going to be a really fun fight full of scrambles and striking exchanges, or a really boring one where they just hold each other against the cage or in the middle of the octagon. And we have Mr. Aljamain Sterling versus Movsar Evelev. A top 10 fight with huge title implications. Probably the next title challenger at 145 pounds outside of Max, which is already announced. This fight is going to be a massive decision, in my opinion, for the next title challenger. And I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Aljamain Sterling called for this fight. Movsar Evelev hasn't been called out, I don't think, in a while. So I feel like this fight is a perfect matchup between the former champ at 135 pounds in Aljamain Sterling versus Movsar Evelev, who is finally trying to get that title shot after being undefeated in the UFC for so long. In the co-main event, we have Rocky Pennington taking on the former champion Juliana Pena. Rocky Pennington is coming off that title win versus Mayra Bueno Silva, while Juliana Pena is coming off of a huge injury layoff. This fight should have been Kayla Harrison, in my opinion, but booking her on the same card and showing the winner of this fight who they have to fight next is a good look, in my opinion, also. Yeah, I'm not too high on either woman, but I would probably say the girl who beat Amanda Nunes will win this fight. So with that being said, early prediction, I'm taking Juliana Pena, probably by submission or decision. The main event of the night, the fight that was made out of nowhere, it seems like, we have Mr. Alex Pereira. Yes, he is fighting once again versus Khalil Roundtree. Yes, Khalil Roundtree is fighting for a title after winning against Anthony Smith almost a year ago and then popping hot. I don't know. I didn't make the rules, but he is on a 5-fight win streak, and I do think this is going to be somewhat semi-competitive. Might not be, but I feel like it is. I feel like Kirill Roundtree has the power to actually make any fight interesting. And we know Alex Burrow has the power to make any fight interesting. So it should be a pretty fun fight. I'll obviously probably be leaning towards the Alex before the fight. But Kirill Roundtree, he could maybe talk me into it on the UFC Embedded series. I don't know. What do you guys think about UFC 307 so far? Let me know down below in the comments. Like always, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Be good people. Peace.
Does, but Mendes reconnects him and he's free.